Good morning and happy Tuesday. Today we're going to be talking about goal setting, especially as we're thinking of 2016 and just kind of prepping for the new year ahead. That's what December always is for me. And so I'm going to talk about 3 steps to set goals that you'll actually follow through with. So welcome. I'm so glad to have you here today. So good morning, my name is Crystal Payne for those of you who are new, and I am the founder of MoneySavingMom.com as well as the author of the book that I was just showing you, Say Goodbye to Survival Mode, and I am the creator of the 14-day online course called Makeover Your Mornings, and I am wife to Jesse, and we have 3 kids. Catherine is 10, Caitlin is 8, and Silas is 6, and I am so glad to have you all here with us today. Just gonna wait and let some of the trolls come through so we can block them before I get started. So we've been having some troll issues recently. So I hope you all are having a great morning. For me, I don't know what it is, but about December, maybe it's the same for you or maybe it's just me. In December, I'm always thinking of the new year and thinking of, what worked in this past year and what do I want to change for the new year. And so that's really where my head has been. And actually, for those of you who don't know, my husband and I are working on a goal setting course that we're launching the very end of December. So my head's really been in goal setting mode and thinking about goal setting and thinking about our processes and thinking about 2016. So I thought that I would share with you kind of the process that I go through to come up with goals. And this is the very basic process, but I thought it might help you as you're thinking of 2016. So the number one step that we always take and that I always take is to determine your priorities. You have to know where you're going if you want to be able to get there. You have to know where you're headed. Think about if you got in the car and you were going on a trip and you had no map and you had no final destination and you just said, let's just drive. Are you going to get where you want to go? Well, probably not, but you don't even know where you want to go in the first place. And so you have to determine your priority. That's the number one thing that you need to do if you want to be able to be successful at goal setting. And so one thing that I have found to be very helpful is to create what I call a best stuff list. These are 3 to 5 priorities that at this season of my life are my best stuff. This is what I want to wrap my time and my life and my energy around. This is what I am living my life for. So in my book, Say Goodbye to Survival Mode, I talk about my best stuff list, and I want to read this to you for those of you who don't have this book because I thought it might be helpful. And so these are my priorities at this season of life. 1, have a strong and vibrant relationship with the Lord. 2, maintain a wonderful relationship with my husband. 3, spend quality and quantity time with my children because they need both. 4, nurture my body and soul. And 5, write, speak, and manage my blog and business. Now, at other seasons of life, I might not have so many priorities, but now that my kids are a little bit older and I'm in a season of life where I can manage more because they're older, I'm able to have those 5 priorities. I just really challenge you to come up with what is your best stuff. What are the things that you want to wrap your time and your life and your energy around? Write it down. I actually then in my book you can see where I outlined more about what does that actually mean? How does that actually work? What is that priority and what does it mean? And so I outlined it all so that I would know this is my priority and this is what that looks like. This is a healthy, like when I'm in a healthy place with this priority, this is what it looks like. So number one, determine your priorities. Know your destination. Create a best stuff list with your 3 to 5 priorities that you want to wrap your life around right now. Number two, choose focus areas. So once you've determined your priorities, then choose focus areas for those priorities. So ask yourself, okay, so for me, for instance, in my marriage, how can I have a focus area? Like, what do I want to focus on in 2016 to improve my marriage? What do I want to focus on in 2016 to improve my relationship with my kids, to be a better businesswoman? And so in each of those areas of priority, I come up with, usually it's 2 to 3 very specific focus areas. So these are things that I want to focus on and improve in 2016 or whatever year it is. So for instance, one of my priorities is running a business. I said that, to blog, speak, and write. That's one of my priorities right now. And so one of my focus areas for 2016 is to create more digital products. That's something that we're going to focus on. So I just have a few things. I did this in 2015, was very specific about the areas that I wanted to focus on. And it really helped because I can come up with so many things that I want to do, that I think I should do, that I need to do. And then I can overwhelm myself even with goals. So goal setting is a great thing, but you have to make sure that there's not too much of a good thing or you're going to overwhelm yourself. So just create those priorities, so your best stuff list, and then come up with focus areas for each of those priorities. So for instance, homeschooling is with my kids. That's something that's a priority for me right now. And so one of my focus areas for homeschooling is to go through a creative writing course to help my kids learn and improve as writers, so with their handwriting and with creative writing. So that's a focus area for me in 2016. So I want to show you, so I will put the I'll put the priority on one side. Oh, I have a black mark on my finger, real life. Okay, I will put the priority right here, and then I will put the focus area right here. So the priority is in our business, more digital products. The priority for homeschool, more creative writing. So I'm saying, like, this is what I want to focus on in 2016. Now you could have 3 things for each area. You could have 1 thing. Just whatever you do, do not overwhelm yourself and pick the most important things. So think, what are the few things that are really important that are going to help get me where I want to be in a year from now? So determine your priorities. 2, choose focus areas, and then 3, set measurable goals. So don't just sit down and try to set goals. You have to first determine your priorities, and you have to determine the focus areas. And then that gives you the right framework to then create and set those goals. So take this list that I showed you, take this list, and then use it to create measurable goals. So what do I mean by measurable goals? Goals that are measurable are things that you can actually know when you've accomplished them. So if you just say, we want to create more digital products, if I say that, I won't know. I mean, if I create 1 or if I create 20, that is an idea, or that's a dream to create more digital products. To make it a real, true, measurable goal, I need to give it specifics. So I need to say, in 2016, we're going to release 1 new digital product every quarter. And then I can break that down even more, and I can say, okay, so then that means that every month I need to do this, and every week I need to do this. And so you see how you take that idea, you turn it into a measurable goal, and then you break it down into bite-sized pieces that you can chip away at every single week. That is how you actually follow through with your goals. It can't just be an idea. An idea is great, but that's just the starting point. So for instance, with creative writing, I talked about in homeschooling and creative writing for my kids, saying we're going to go through 1 creative writing course, and then I'll probably choose that course so that by the beginning of 2016, I know exactly this is the measurable goal. in that area. So I'm going to do that in all the priority areas in my life. So everything on my best stuff list that I read to you, I'm going to put focus areas and then measurable goals. That's how I come up with my goal list. It's not just I want to get healthier, or I want to lose weight, or I want to make more money, or whatever it is, or I want to sleep more. It needs to have a very specific intention behind it, and then it needs to be measurable. So that is how I go about creating my goals. That's the basic process. And if you would like more helpful ideas and information, I'd encourage you to see if you could get a copy of my book, Say Goodbye to Survival Mode. I really go into this and unpack this more in depth. You should probably be able to get this book at your library. If not, it's available on Amazon or at your local bookstore. So this afternoon, I am going to be doing a scope, another Money Making Mom scope, and that's going to be on how we use Facebook share groups to skyrocket our Facebook engagement. So if you are not a part of a Facebook share group, or you are a part of a Facebook share group, or you don't even know what a Facebook share group is, but you want to increase your Facebook engagement, I think you'll find that to be very, very helpful. So I hope that you all are doing well. You said your word for 2016 will be hustle. You're good at slowing down. And see, I'm on the opposite end of the spectrum. My kind of word for 2016 is rest, because I'm really good at hustling. I'm such an ideas person. I come up with, oh, we should do this, and we should do that, and we should do this. And I'm a really good starter. And then I end up with so many things started that I'm overwhelmed. So my word for 2016 is actually rest. And everything that I do is going to be under that sort of heading of saying, okay, can I accomplish this goal, but still have rest, still have a lot of time to just really be able to slow down and savor life, because I've done a lot of hustling and I'm kind of tired of the hustling and ready to just take time to refresh and refuel and to breathe, because it's really important. But I think other people, like you said, you're really good at slowing down, but you have some things that you need to accomplish. So it's funny how all of our different personalities are different, and we can learn from each other and be inspired by one another. You love how I say measurable. It's the one time I sound Southern. That's funny. Welcome, new follower. I don't know what your name is, but thanks for sharing with your wife. Measurable. Is that? So maybe it's measurable. Okay, maybe that's how I should. I've always said measurable. I don't know. You know how we all have these things that we say for like, just, I don't know, you pick them up when you're little. My thing is, instead of saying bag, like B-A-G, I always, somehow it comes out as bag. And I think, and that's like, what is that? That's from another region, they say that too. So anyway. Okay, so I'm so glad to have you all here today, and I'm so happy to be back to these morning shows. I've missed you all, and so I hope that you have a wonderful day. Go figure out what those priorities are. Go find some focus areas for those. Go set some measurable goals, and I am hoping that over the next few weeks, as we're talking about goal setting and setting yourself up for 2016, that you're going to make it your best year. And it's going to be a wonderful year of intention and maybe hustle, maybe rest, whatever it is that you need, you're going to live it with intention, and you're going to set it up to set yourself up for so much success. So have a great day, and I will talk to you later.